The witch stands before Nia, her dark robes swirling like a storm. She raises her arms high to the sky, calling on powerful, ancient magic. You will die by dawn's first light. The witch's voice echoes through the air, filled with anger and darkness. The villagers watch in silence, their eyes wide with fear. The curse fills the air, heavy and thick, like something everyone can feel. The villagers stand still, their faces pale and full of fear. They whisper to each other in hushed tones. She's doomed, one old man says, his voice trembling. There's nothing we can do. The elders nod, their heads down, unsure of how to stop the curse. Fear fills the village, and everyone holds their breath, hoping for a miracle. Suddenly, Nia falls to the ground. Her body shakes and twists as the curse takes hold of her. Her father pushes forward, his heart racing, wanting to reach her. But the elders stop him. It's too late, they say quietly. Nia lies still, her body lifeless. The witch smiles cruelly, pleased with the curse she has cast. The night grows quiet, the moon rising higher in the sky. But something strange begins to happen. Nia's body begins to glow faintly, like stars shining in the dark. Her chest rises and falls, slowly at first, then with more strength. Her eyes open wide, glowing with bright, fiery light. The villagers gasp in surprise, not sure what to make of it. Nia slowly rises to her feet, her strength returning and even growing stronger than before. The witch steps back, her eyes wide with shock. This can't be, she hisses. The curse she placed on Nia was meant to destroy her, but instead, it has made her stronger. The witch clenches her fists, angry and scared at the same time. She can't understand how the girl she tried to kill is now standing before her, full of power. Nia stands tall now, her body full of strength, her eyes glowing with power. The villagers who once feared her, now look at her in awe. I am not broken, Nia declares loudly. Her voice is strong, filled with courage and purpose. The curse did not destroy her, it gave her a strength she never knew she had. The villagers begin to whisper among themselves. What has happened to her? A young woman asks, amazed. The curse was meant to kill her, an elder murmurs. But it has made her stronger instead. The whispers spread, growing louder as more villagers talk about the incredible change in Nia. The fear they once felt for her is now replaced by wonder. The witch glares at Nia, confusion and fear on her face. What have you become? She growls, her voice shaking. But Nia stands tall and unafraid. The power that once seemed like a curse is now a gift, and Nia knows it. I will not be broken, she says, her voice filled with pride. What was meant to harm her has only made her stronger, and now she will use this strength to protect her people. As the first rays of sunlight touch the earth, the witch, defeated, turns and retreats into the shadows. Nia stands proud and strong, her fiery eyes looking toward the future. This is just the beginning, she says quietly to herself. The curse that was meant to destroy her has instead made her someone who will lead and protect her village. A new chapter has begun for Nia. Nia walks through the village, her eyes wandering to the sky above. A strange feeling stirs within her. Why do I feel this power inside me? She wonders. Her body has always been strong, but this strength, it's different, deeper. She's not sure where it comes from, but it's there, always just beneath the surface. Her father, a skilled hunter, keeps a close watch over her, his protective gaze never leaving her. He fears for her, keeping her away from the dangers that lurk in the village, especially the one that everyone whispers about, the witch. The witch is a name spoken only in hushed tones. She can curse you with a glance, the villagers say, and their eyes dart nervously when the name is mentioned. She lives far from the village, always hidden in the shadows, but her presence is felt. Do not look her in the eyes, they warn. She will steal your soul. The witch's heart is full of hatred, and that hatred is aimed at Nia's family. The villagers say her grudge runs deep, that the witch blames Nia's father for the death of her own child many years ago. Jomo, Nia's father, watches over her like a hawk. His strength and skill as a hunter are known far and wide, but it is his fear of the witch's curse that keeps him awake at night. I've seen what she can do, he says, his voice low and grim. He tells Nia the stories of the witch, the dark magic she commands and the curses she has cast on those who cross her path. Stay away from her, he warns. Do not seek her out, for her heart is black as night. But Nia's curiosity grows with each passing day. There is something about the witch, something she must understand. The village elders gather under the great baobab tree, voices raised in debate. The curse will destroy her, one elder says, his face wrinkled with worry. It is too strong. But another elder shakes his head. Or it will make her stronger. The curse may be the test she needs to awaken the power within her. The village is divided. Some believe the curse can be undone, others that it is already too late. No one knows what to do, and fear spreads like wildfire through the village. Nia's curiosity cannot be contained. One evening, when the sun begins to dip below the horizon, she sneaks away from the village, drawn toward the witch's home. I need to know who she truly is, Nia whispers to herself. The air around her seems to hum with an unexplainable energy, as if something inside her is waking up. The closer she gets, the stronger the feeling becomes. Her instincts scream at her to turn back, yet she cannot stop herself. Something is pulling her forward. The witch's grudge against Nia's family is not a secret. Her child was taken by the same hunter who now protects Nia, the villagers whisper. She has never forgiven him. The witch's anger burns deep in her heart. She has sworn to avenge the death of her son. The curse will finish what he started, she mutters to herself, her eyes dark with fury. Her hatred for Jomo has twisted into a dangerous obsession with his daughter. And then, one fateful evening, the curse is cast. The witch steps into the village, her eyes locking onto Nia. You will die by dawn's first light, the witch declares with a cold smile. The words hit like a stone, sinking into the hearts of the villagers. They stand frozen, paralyzed by fear, knowing that the witch's words are never empty. Nia feels the curse grip her, cold and heavy, and she shivers. What will I do? She whispers to herself, her heart pounding in her chest. But something inside her stirs. As the curse begins to take hold, Nia feels a strange force rise within her. Her senses sharpen. She feels stronger than ever before. Her body moves with a speed she's never known, her feet barely touching the ground. A spark flickers in her palm, and suddenly, flames leap from her fingers. I can control it, she breathes in awe. The fire dances in her hand, but it does not burn her. Instead, it flows with a power she can barely comprehend. The witch, watching from a distance, sees the flames and smiles cruelly. You have power, she sneers. But it comes at a great cost. Nia stands tall, struggling to understand what is happening to her. The witch steps closer, her voice cold. Embrace the darkness within, or it will consume you, she warns. You cannot escape what you've become. Nia feels the weight of the witch's words, but she refuses to let fear take hold. She knows this power, whatever it is, cannot be evil. I will control it, she tells herself, though doubt lingers in her heart. Nia faces a choice. The curse has changed her, given her power she doesn't understand. Will she give in to the darkness the witch speaks of, or will she find a way to harness this strength without losing herself? I must not become like her, Nia vows. I will control this power, not let it control me. The witch's words echo in her mind, but Nia knows her destiny is not in the witch's hands. The fire rages wildly, its flames licking the sky. Nia stands at the center of the chaos, her hands trembling as the fire grows stronger with every breath she takes. I didn't mean for this to happen, she cries out, helpless as the flames devour everything in their path. Her heart pounds in her chest, and fear grips her like a vice. The power inside her is no longer something she can control. Her father rushes to her side, his face twisted with fear and anger. This is the curse, Nia, he yells, his voice thick with panic. It's out of control. The villagers scramble in all directions, shouting at each other, trying to put out the fire, but it spreads too quickly. The smoke rises, darkening the sky, and the heat is unbearable. Nia stands frozen, overwhelmed by the destruction she's caused. She looks around, her eyes wide with terror. The fire has already destroyed the crops, the homes. Her heart sinks as she realizes what she has done. How do I stop it? She whispers to herself, but the fire answers with an even fiercer roar. Whispers spread through the village. The elders gather in small groups, speaking in hushed tones. She's no longer the same, one mutters. The witch's curse is changing her into something dangerous. Fear spreads like wildfire. She'll destroy us all, another says. You can't trust her anymore. She's not the same girl she was. Nia can hear them. Their words sting, each one cutting deeper into her heart. She tries to explain herself, but every word feels like a lie. The villagers look at her with suspicion in their eyes, and the weight of their judgment presses on her shoulders. Her father's voice cuts through the murmurs, his face filled with doubt. I don't know what to believe anymore, Nia. Are you still the same girl? His words strike her like a slap. She opens her mouth to speak, but no words come. The truth is, she doesn't know who she is anymore. The power inside her is too wild, too untamed. She is not sure if she can control it, or if it will consume her completely. And then, the witch returns. She steps into the village, a shadow among shadows. Her presence makes the air thick with fear. With a smile that is both cruel and knowing, she speaks. You thought you could escape me, she says, her voice a whisper carried on the wind. But the curse is yours to keep. You will either embrace it and destroy everything you love, or it will consume you completely. Nia stands tall, shaking with anger. I won't let you win, she spits, but the witch only laughs, the sound cold and empty. You have no choice, child. You cannot outrun your fate. The witch's words echo in Nia's mind, and for a moment, she feels as if the darkness is closing in on her from all sides. Determined to regain control, Nia begins her journey to understand the strange power coursing through her veins. I have to figure out how to control this, she tells herself, but every step she takes feels heavier than the last. She seeks the wisdom of the elders, but their words only make her feel more lost. You must find balance between power and peace, one elder advises, his voice calm and steady. You cannot let the power control you. But as Nia listens, the energy inside her grows stronger. It pulses in her chest, urging her to act, to release it. She grits her teeth, frustrated. How do I control something so wild, she demands, her voice filled with desperation. Another elder speaks, his tone more direct. The curse is not a gift or a punishment, he says. It's a test of your heart. Nia listens closely, but the words do little to calm her storm. A test? She asks, her hands clenched into fists. I don't need a test, I need control. But no matter how hard she tries, she cannot control the fire within her. It surges with every moment of doubt, every flicker of anger or fear. The more she resists, the stronger it becomes. Her father, watching from the sidelines, grows more and more worried. I can't keep you safe from this, Nia, he says, his voice thick with sorrow. You're becoming a danger to us all. His words cut deep. Nia tries to explain, to convince him that she is still the same girl, but the doubt in his eyes is undeniable. I can handle it, father, she pleads. I swear, I can control it. But Jomo shakes his head, fear clouding his judgment. I've seen what this power can do, he says, his voice trembling. I don't know if I can trust you anymore. Torn between her father's fear and her own growing power, Nia faces a choice. The village is under attack, and only she has the power to protect it. But the cost of using her power may be more than she can bear. If I fight back, I may destroy them, Nia thinks, her heart pounding in her chest. But if I do nothing, they will all suffer. Her mind races, but there is no time for second thoughts. The attackers are closing in, and the villagers cry out for help. Nia's eyes flash with determination. I have to save them, she decides. She gathers the energy within her, feeling the fire race through her veins. With one sharp breath, she unleashes a wave of flames, burning the attackers away, but the fire does not stop there. It races out of control, threatening to consume the entire village. No! Nia screams, her heart in her throat, as she struggles to control the blaze. But the flames twist and writhe, just like the power inside her. The villagers stand frozen, unsure if she is their savior or their doom. The battle ends, but Nia stands amidst the ashes, the air thick with smoke and the scent of burning earth. Did I do the right thing? She wonders aloud. The villagers are silent, their eyes filled with fear and awe. No one speaks, but the weight of their judgment hangs heavy in the air. Jomo approaches her slowly, his face unreadable. You saved us, he says quietly. But at what cost? His words pierce her heart. She can see the fear in his eyes, the fear that her power has taken something from her, something he may never be able to trust again. And then, the witch appears once more. You think you can control it? The witch sneers, her voice dripping with malice. But you're becoming just like me. Nia stands tall, her hands clenched, her jaw set in defiance. I am not you, she declares, but deep down, she knows the witch may be right. The curse doesn't just change her body, it changes who she is. The curse doesn't just change your body, the witch warns, her eyes glittering with dark knowledge. It changes who you are. Soon, you will have no choice but to embrace the darkness. Nia feels the weight of those words settle into her heart, and though she stands firm, doubt begins to creep in. Is she truly free from the curse? Or has the darkness already begun to claim her? The air thickens with a suffocating darkness, the sky heavy with the promise of doom. The witch stands at the heart of the storm she has summoned, her eyes glowing with rage. You can't escape me, Nia, she shrieks, her voice a twisting, venomous hiss. As the words leave her mouth, a monstrous shadow slithers from the earth, creeping towards the village like a great snake. Villagers scream and scatter in terror, running for their lives as the shadow grows larger and darker. Nia stands tall, refusing to back down. The flames in her eyes flare as she faces the growing evil. I won't let you hurt them, she shouts, her voice filled with fire and defiance. The ground trembles beneath her feet, and she raises her hands, ready to face the evil that threatens everyone she loves. The witch's laughter echoes through the air as the two forces meet. Dark magic and fire crackle, sparking like lightning as they collide. You were never meant to survive, the witch cackles, sending waves of dark energy crashing toward Nia. The air trembles with the force of it, but Nia stands firm. She counters with a powerful stream of flames, her power surging with the fury of her heart. I'm not your victim, she retorts, dodging the witch's blasts, her fire burning hotter with each move. The battle intensifies. The sky above darkens further, as if the heavens themselves are watching in fear. The village watches in awe as Nia fights with all her strength, the flames that are both her weapon and her curse flickering around her like a wild storm. The earth shakes beneath her, the very forces of nature bending to the struggle between light and dark. The witch's voice drips with malice as she taunts Nia, her laughter cold and bitter. You think you've won? She jeers. The curse will never release you. You're mine forever. With a sharp, wicked cry, she sends a blast of dark magic so powerful that Nia is knocked to the ground, her flames flickering weakly as she struggles to rise. The villagers watch in terror, unsure if Nia can hold on. Jomo's voice cuts through the chaos, calling out to his daughter. Don't give up, Nia, he yells, his heart filled with worry and hope. But Nia can feel her strength slipping, her body weary from the battle. The witch's power is relentless, and the weight of her curse bears down on her with every breath. But then, in the heat of the battle, a sudden realization strikes Nia like a lightning bolt. Her eyes widen as the truth unfurls inside her. This isn't the curse, it's my spirit, she gasps, her voice shaking with the revelation. The fire that burns within her is not the witch's magic. It is her own. It has always been hers, waiting to be awakened. With a burst of newfound energy, Nia stands tall, her fire reigniting brighter and fiercer than before. She pushes back the witch's dark magic with a force that shakes the earth. I am not the girl you cursed, she declares, her voice strong and clear. I am more than what you've made me. The witch's eyes narrow in fury, but Nia is no longer afraid. She faces the witch with the strength of her true self, the power of her spirit burning brighter than any curse. The battle is no longer one of survival, it is one of transformation. As the witch sends another wave of darkness toward Nia, she faces a choice: destroy the witch with her overwhelming power, or heal the darkness that lingers within her own heart. Nia's mind flashes to the words of the elders, the lessons of balance and peace they shared with her. The curse was never meant to break her. It was meant to show her the strength she had all along. I could destroy you, Nia says, her voice low but fierce. But then, a calmness washes over her. But I won't. You're not my enemy, you're a lost soul. She closes her eyes, letting go of the anger, the fear, and the hatred that has fueled her for so long. The power within her shifts, transforming from fire into light. With a deep breath, she releases the energy, sending out a wave of warmth and healing toward the witch. The witch falters, her dark energy wavering as the light surrounds her. What have you done?" she cries out, her once strong magic unraveling before her eyes. The shadows that once clung to her body begin to fade, and the air clears. The witch's form shakes, her body trembling with fear and sorrow. The darkness that once consumed her now turns inward, unraveling her spirit completely. "No, no," the witch whispers as the light from Nia's heart pierces through her darkness. Her body collapses, her hatred and bitterness consuming her entirely, leaving nothing but a whisper in the wind. With her last breath, the witch vanishes, her curse broken forever. The silence that follows is heavy, yet filled with peace. Nia stands among the ashes of the battle, her body exhausted but her spirit stronger than ever. The village is safe, and the curse that was meant to destroy her has instead made her a hero. Jomo rushes to her side, tears of pride in his eyes. "You did it, Nia," he shouts, embracing his daughter, his heart swelling with love and relief. The villagers, once filled with fear and doubt, now cheer for Nia. "You've made us proud, child," one elder says, her voice filled with awe. The community that once feared her now celebrates her bravery. Nia smiles, knowing that the true strength she has found came from within her all along. The village celebrates their newfound peace, but Nia reflects on the journey she has traveled. "The curse was never meant to break me," she thinks, her heart at peace. "It was meant to awaken the strength I didn't know I had." With the witch's defeat, Nia has not only saved her village but also discovered the true power of her spirit. The curse that was meant to kill her has, in the end, transformed her into someone far greater. "I'm no longer afraid," Nia says, her voice filled with confidence. "And now I'm free." The village buzzes with awe and respect as the witch's shadow lifts from the land. Once, the people had feared the girl with fire in her veins, believing her powers to be a curse. Now, they whisper to each other in reverence. "She saved us all," one villager murmurs, shaking his head in disbelief. The weight of gratitude fills the air, thick and heavy like the earth itself. People come together, smiling for the first time in ages. They no longer see the girl as a threat, but as the one who brought them light. From the back of the crowd, her father watches with pride. His heart swells, yet a quiet concern lingers in his eyes. "My daughter is no longer a girl to be protected," he says, his voice filled with both pride and tenderness. "She is a leader." His eyes remain on her, still seeing the little girl he raised, but now with awe and understanding, he watches as she steps into her destiny. With the villagers gathered around her, Nia steps forward, her posture straight and her eyes fierce. She is no longer the frightened girl they once hid from. "We are not weak," she declares, her voice firm and unwavering. "We have the power within ourselves." Her words cut through the fear that once held them captive, igniting a spark of courage in their hearts. The villagers listen, their eyes widening as they begin to see her powers not as a curse but as a gift that they too can share. "We will rebuild together," she says, her voice strong with the weight of responsibility. Her words ring with truth, and the villagers feel the hope rising in their hearts. They look to her, no longer with suspicion, but with trust. They are ready to follow her lead, to build a new future together under her guidance. The healing does not stop with the village's homes. Nia walks among the elders, teaching them to live in harmony with nature. "The land gives, and we must give back," she tells them, the wisdom of the earth flowing from her like a river. She shows them how to work with the soil, how to tend to the trees, and how to listen to the winds. "True strength comes from balance, not destruction," she says, her words deep with the lessons of the past. As the village heals, the air grows lighter. The people feel a shift, as though the very land has been renewed. They see now that the curse wasn't a force to fear, but something to understand. Nia, with her power, has taught them the way to protect the earth and their people. Nia's powers, once feared as dangerous, are now a symbol of protection. "I will not let darkness take root here again," she vows. Her flame, once a weapon, now lights the way forward. It is no longer a tool of destruction, but a beacon of hope. She uses her fire to rebuild, to guide, and to protect. The villagers look to her with awe, no longer frightened but grateful. "She is our protector," one elder whispers, watching as Nia uses her flame to heal the earth and defend their home. Even though the witch is gone, her shadow still lingers in the minds of the villagers. They remember the fear, the powerlessness that once held them captive. Nia knows that healing must go beyond the land. I will teach you to defend against the darkness, she tells them. But remember, the greatest weapon is our unity and the strength we carry within. She speaks not just of battle, but of a strength that comes from peace. She helps the villagers understand that fear can be transformed into power, and anger can be turned into compassion. The witch may be gone, she tells them, but her lesson remains. It is up to us to choose how we use our power. Nia takes it upon herself to guide the village, ensuring that the legacy of fear is not passed down. She teaches them the power of unity, the strength that comes from love and togetherness. Now, Nia is more than just the girl with fire in her veins. She is the protector of the land, a leader who has earned the trust of her people. You've shown us the way, an elder says, bowing her head in respect. Nia smiles, a humble smile that reflects the wisdom she has gained through her trials. She knows that her strength comes not from her flames, but from the knowledge that she is not alone. We all have power, Nia tells the children of the village, her voice soft yet firm. But it must be used wisely. The children gather around her, their eyes wide with admiration. They are eager to learn from her, to carry forward the lessons she has taught them. Nia becomes their mentor, their guide. She teaches them not just how to use their powers, but how to walk through the world with compassion and strength. Standing alone on a hill, Nia gazes down at the village she has saved. The curse that once threatened to destroy her has instead shaped her into the woman she is today. The fire that once burned her now burns with purpose, with a love for the land and the people she protects. What was meant to destroy me has made me whole, she thinks, her heart at peace. She stands tall, no longer a girl, but a leader, a protector. The village below is peaceful, free from the darkness that once haunted them. And Nia, with the wisdom of the elders in her heart, vows to protect it. I will protect this land, she whispers, her voice strong and steady, not with fear, but with love and strength. With the witch's legacy behind her, Nia embraces her new role, ready to guide her people into a future where fear has no place. And with that, the curse is truly broken. The sun dipped low in the sky, casting a golden glow across the land. Nia stood at the edge of the village, her eyes fixed on the life unfolding below. The sounds of laughter and chatter rose up to meet her, a melody of renewal. People were rebuilding, planting, working together. Life had returned to the village. How far I've come, Nia thought, feeling the weight of the journey settle in her bones. The girl who had once been marked by fear and uncertainty was now standing tall, stronger than ever before. I am not the same girl who was cursed by the witch, she reflected. I have grown stronger in ways I never imagined. In the quiet that surrounded her, she understood what true strength was. True strength, she mused, is not in the fire that burns. It is in knowing when to wield it and when to walk away. She thought back to the many moments when she had faced the urge to unleash her power in a blaze of destruction. But instead, she had chosen peace. The fire inside her had once threatened to consume everything, but now, it had become a source of light, guiding the way for others. It's the control over my own power that makes me strong, she realized with a calm smile. Her gaze softened as memories flooded her. Fear. The fear that once gripped her heart when the curse first took hold. At first, fear was my enemy, she thought, her heart a little heavier with the memory. But now, she understood. Fear became my teacher. She had learned that fear could either stop you dead in your tracks or push you forward with greater force. I had to face it head-on to become who I am today, she reflected. Every challenge, every dark moment had shaped her, carved her into the leader she had become. She smiled at the thought of the girl she had once been and the woman she was now. The difference was as vast as the distance between the stars. Her mind shifted back to the witch, to the curse that had once seemed so powerful, so final. But now, it didn't hold the same weight. It was never the witch's curse that made me strong, Nia realized. The curse only woke the strength inside me that was always there. She looked down at the village, the faces of the people she had once feared. They no longer looked at her with suspicion, but with respect. What the witch had tried to destroy, Nia had turned into something that saved them all. Her strength had been awakened by the curse, but it was not the curse that defined her, it was what she had chosen to do with it. Nia's heart settled as the first stars began to appear in the sky. She felt at peace with the journey that had brought her here, the trials and triumphs, the lessons learned. I am no longer the girl who was cursed, she whispered softly to herself. I am a woman of strength, wisdom, and peace. And that is where my true power lies. A smile curved her lips, not of pride, but of understanding. She had found herself, and with that discovery, she had found the strength to protect, to lead, and to guide her people forward. The land, the people, and the fire within her had all become one. And with that, Nia took a step forward, her heart calm and her spirit unwavering. She was ready to continue her role as the protector of the land, not with fear, but with the wisdom she had earned.